Oh, I see, I see. You have stomach problems, I see. I never heard of that. Do you got any Tums in the house? Oh. Pepto-Bismol? Yeah, you should take some Pepto-Bismol if you have some. Hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, ready to jump on. This time I'm gonna take the adder or the condor. I mean, this time I'm gonna take the condor. That thing that thing goes to work.
Are we there yet? Ah.
Okay.
Ooh. That's 27 right there.
All right. Keep an eye out for messages from potential people trying to interdict us. Okay. Looks like smooth sailing. It's quiet. Maybe too quiet. Well, it is a prison. Yeah, yeah. Like, where's the ships guarding it? And maybe it's just they rely on the isolation of it. Well then, why would they have? They'd have like if you don't have like prison ships, then you could just get like somebody to journey out there and like freaking break everybody out.
Did you request docking yet?
Yeah, we about jumping.
Okay.
Wow, it's a view. That is, let me take a screenshot. I'm doing good. You what? Oh, you barked in your microphone? Oh, you bar. Oh, this is so cool. Are you watching the share play or the stream? You can watch the stream actually to see what we're doing, Steven. There everybody is. Okay, well then we got a starport. Starport doesn't necessarily mean it'll have. We can. Does it have? It could say it tells it has outfitting on the on the thing. Has anybody got the that website open? Yeah,
So we can't drop nothing off here?
but we can probably there.
Okay, then do that and let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's up, viewer? Did you replenish yourself? Yes, you did. I was just making sure. You want me to just take a picture of it?
Surprised you didn't have anything to
It's in the Grand Harvey sector, isn't it? System, right? Yeah.
Don't run into anything, Kevin. You don't have my screen next to you.
Okay, there's two orbital stations. I can tell you what they got. Um, one of them's got outfitting and a shipyard. Yeah. Um, okay, that's called uh, yeah, Gandarvi A1. Or no,
That's what you said
no,
about the
no,
last
it's
one.
orbiting. No, it's called Caravanserai. That's what I meant. Caravanserai. You'll see it. I was talking about the planet it was orbiting. Oh, ready. Alright, standing by.
Interdict.
Getting ready to launch.
Okay.
If you can break it, break it. Unless you guys want to have some fun. We're about actually we're about landing the station. I don't know. I mean, and yeah, in the last port where that was one system away. Fuck it. Let's just let's just let them interdict us and take them on. Like it's a win-win scenario.
Why are you going after them? Then why are you doing the loop of shame?
Cool.
They're coming.
All right, ready. I'm ready. Looks like you got this one. Oh, we got another one who's about to do it as well. So stand ready as soon as the next one is about to happen. Now there comes next. They seem to come in pairs. I noticed this. Once you break this guy's, yeah, we should be good. Oh, I wanted to go bang bang with this guy. This shit. Wait a minute, interdiction detected. A new one. You got a new one. Here it comes. All right, just going in a condor right now. Deploying. You need to switch to systems to protect your shields, and
under attack.
just let me do the work, and let Gunner get his attention. Cool.
Fighter shields offline.
We don't need it.
Fighter deployed.
Fire is now active. Standing by.
I literally have not left it. I've been hitting it every time.
Yeah. Oh, he knows it. He knows it. He knows it. He can feel it.
Under attack.
He tried to ram me. Who, me? Oh, shit. Oh, shield's going. Alright, oh, he won't get him. He will not get him. Goodbye. Oh, wait, he's got shot. Almost. There he is. I got him. He's done.
Target destroyed.
Going back on,
We seem to be in the clear.
pressing,
I'll scan the area just in case someone tries to sneak up on us.
Fighter requesting to know.
Awesome. Good. Almost on board. And
Go, did you go
I'm
up
on board.
inside Kevin yet?
Yeah, I'm on board now. You can deploy it. You can recall the other fire now.
Okay, weapons are away.
Roger that. Commencing fighter recovery.
Or I
You
could
have a
just take
triangle at the
the
top, Kevin.
ship and land it. That would be pretty cool. Well, I'll let him land it. See how good he is.
Fighter docking sequence.
Here we go. Yeah, he's good. So yeah, you're right. Look at that. We didn't even take any damage. Nice. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. That it's and you got those extra pips. So I mean, if you put you put it all in the systems and the rest of the weapons, you could just sit there and we could just do all the work.
Frameshift drive
Just,
charging.
just keep shooting at him.
So, how many jumps until we get where we need to be?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna make our fuel tanks smaller?
Ah, oh no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Trust me. You want to keep that fuel tank the way it is, uh, because that's like there's a correlation between that and the distance you can go. If you
So
don't
you
have
want
the
me to
fuel,
fire?
you can't go. You know what I'm saying?
So fire? Fire,
What am I
right?
firing? No, don't fire. My gosh.
I
I mean, you get us all
wanted to
killed.
fuck with you.
They'd shoot us out of the stars. Yeah, they will fuck with you.
There's a ship above.
Yeah, I probably just talking. And nobody is going to take us on right next to a freaking space
Wanted!
station.
I have them locked.
All
The
right.
Grand Tinkler is
Oh
wanted.
wait. Beside the no fires, the no
I
fire
know
zone.
that.
We
But
have to
I'm
wait for
letting you
him.
know he's wanted.
We could leave. We could wait. Is he leaving? If he's leaving, we could follow him outside the no fire zone and then get him. He's ours then.
No, he's here.
Oh,
And
he's
he's
docked.
coming towards you.
All right, you got it.
No, somebody's shooting him now.
So you can fire at them near the station. Oh, you mean like the police can? I see. Yeah. Okay. But if it's right, because there's no fire zone. You have to leave the no fire zone. Right. You don't need to find right now. Yeah. Why would you need an interstellar factor for a fine? That's right. Okay, everybody, we're gonna just. Okay,
And
and then
then you're going to disband us.
yeah, yeah, and then we'll. Hey, just all you gotta do is let us know when it's reopened. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, 2 million for you. Sounds like somebody's having sex on the thing.
Are you hearing creaking?
It sounded like someone going, oh.
Oh, that's probably Steven. Steven's not feeling too well. Cool. So are we good here? Or did you get the system catalogs? Cool. So then disband, outfit, and just tell us when. Okay. We'll be waiting. We'll still be in the party, so it's all good.
Telepresence crew member disconnected. Telepresence crew member disconnected.
I got 50. I got 52,000.
What, are you serious?
Yeah. How much
I
did you
only
get?
got 48,989.
Uh.
I want my own ship, Kevin.
Yeah. We gotta wait on our own ship for
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about in
what
the
about price
fighter
though?
ship.
Oh. Do you want to get in the other fighter?
No,
We
we
wouldn't have
both
we wouldn't
can
have
if
a
we
turret.
wanted to, right?
Yeah, we could. You could Diesel. You could set your turrets to in the functions. Let me see if we go to it.
No, I'll have to wait till I get
So,
back to his ship.
yeah, when you're in the functions, Diesel, can you hear us? Okay. Whenever you're done with everything, you go to the turret weapon mode on your functions on the right panel, and you switch that to from forward fire to something I can't remember. Anyway, what that does is it fires on them automatically. You don't even have to press the fire button the moment you just press the fire button once on them, and then that's it, and then it just keeps on firing the turrets at them. So we can rotate the fighters and go out, and your turrets will still be like, taking them at all sides. Did you see a better power supply? I mean power plant. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you see how, like, when you look at that power plant, you look at the stats, how everything's red because it reduces like everything as far as like distance and boost speed and thruster speed. Well, no, no, no. It's I'm talking about the weaker. I mean, the weaker one, the E, the lowers it down because it really. Oh, well, see, I don't have anything modified, but
Hey, Kevin, I have I have 950,866. About 50,000 off.
yeah, if because if you have like, especially if you've got like a really high frame shift drive, uh, or any frame shift drive for
Where
that
is
matter,
frame
yeah,
shift drive located at?
if you don't got the fuel, you can't jump. Yeah, but what? So you want as much fuel like on in one little rack. Luca is like notorious for having an awesome amount of fuel.
What's better than a 3B?
Right. Oh, cookies.
Okay, which one's better? A 2A or a 3B?
Oh, well, it depends. Look at the stats. Do you see, look at the, where you see like red.
Okay, that's
Right.
no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, no problem.
Okay, does that? Okay, I have a question.
No problem.
Does
Because we only take
those
damage.
letters apply to everything in the game? Those letters apply to everything in the game.
Let me explain it to you. Okay. The higher the number, the larger the hard point is, right? Or the place you can put it. So let's say
Okay,
like
I just
7.
changed my 2C for a 2A on my power plant.
Okay, yeah, that's and did you just notice? Yeah, did
Yeah,
you notice the
I'm.
frame shift? Did you notice how everything in the front, like the distance, frame shift distance and your boost speed and it all went up? Like if you go back to it and I suppose look at the weaker ones, you can see what I'm talking about with the power plant. All right, join me. This is so awesome. Oh, cool. What? So what's the increase in your? Let me see. Whoa! Wow. 20.13 and max 21.86. So yeah, it went up. Hmm. Every bit counts. Oh, like I said, every bit, every little bit counts. It adds up. You know what I mean? As the further you go, the greater the reduction you're gonna get.
Okay, Kevin. I just upgraded.
Okay. What you gonna go back to outfitting?
Sent you a picture.
Or at least to
I'm
get to
about
the
to get
center of the
back in my
galaxy.
ship now.
Probably take about a year and a half to get to Colonia if he never encountered any, or never even used pulsars. Like he didn't know how to use them. Really? Whoa. Well, that's dedication then. Hell yeah. So the people that were factoring all this in, they were like thinking about like, okay, well, you know, I gotta work and stuff, but you can do this while you work. That is awesome.
Not technically. He can't be flying a ship while driving a semi truck.
Well, it's part of the, it's like a long haul. You gotta rest at a rest stop, and you're still on the job. So yeah. What would be the best one then? Like Loves or something? TA? Okay, so
Tits and
what
ass.
type of services?
Flying J has the best
Shower.
food.
Cool.
I have a question, Kevin. What does Q stand for? I'm playing with your thing on the right where your fire groups, and I'm actually able to press on it.
I don't understand what you're saying. What are you doing? You're going into the. What are you doing? You're going to the what?
Fire groups. Square right. R1 three times or twice. It'll be right there. There's two columns, one and two. One had just ones, and I just added twos on the second side.
You. I I don't know. I can't make a new fire group or I can't change any of the options. That's pretty cool though. Oh, it's probably because you're gunner. Are you in the gunner position?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why. Because gunners gotta be able to know what type of guns they're gonna be using when they're shooting.
Sounds like somebody's having sex.
um. Okay. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
It just tells me. Okay, it tells me that that place is 20.13 light years away. Well, we're headed to the Colonial place. Then you told me to type it.
Ship is released. Take care when leaving the station.
Landing gear retracted.
How many views you got right now?
Guns are out.
How many
Damn
views
it.
you got?
Frame shift drive charging.
Was that Kevin?
What?
Was that Kevin upstairs?
Oh, I thought you meant the. It sounded like it
Yeah,
was Bradley.
I'm
But
I'm
Not
uh
his name.
I'm about to fill you in.
Yeah, that's Kevin on there. Did you see the picture, Kevin?
No,
No. I was trying to show you the side of it. No, I did it with the PlayStation. A lot of stars out. I just received an invitation to Tom Clancy's something, something, something. Yep.
cool.
Hey, what's up, viewer? Your ship still looks like a penis. Ooh. Let's see.
I'm so old, man. Can't ride with you anymore.
What's up? Somebody, you can't handle it, Kevin?
What are you talking about?
I mean, if it's too big for you to handle, then put it away.
Not my fault.
You know something? Instead of calling it Beach Whale, why don't you call it Big Bertha? Bertha the Mirtha. Or call it Big Ginny. Or DeezNutz ship. Because you love me. Kevin, your thing looks like a goat.
Okay, first.
See, don't you agree?
Yeah, I see it. To me, it looks like a killer whale. You know, like their eyes are like inside
Get up.
black.
Can you move? Move. Kevin, I gotta drain the lizard. You know I do.
No, you're taking care of my lizard.
Kevin? I poked you this morning.
Wrong, but forgive me if I'm wrong, but don't you take care of my lizard with your
No, but I poked you this morning. Where's he going? No, I'm gone.
She's gone to the bathroom.
I know. We got back to that neutron stars today.
Nice.
Sack. Oh, dang it.
What you? Oh wait, that's right. Trying-
There we go. Next neutron.
So are you like staying the night there at the stop?
Yep.
Oh, so what time you gotta like leave?
Considering I'm only a moment, I could probably leave tomorrow, though.
Sooner the better, Kevin.
So you could go pick up like a bottle of something and drink on it
No.
if you wanted to. No? Okay, never mind. Okay, okay.
Kevin,
Alright.
streaming.
They what? Yeah, especially with you got the engine on. Even if you're in the cabin, like drinking, it's a still DUI. Well, oh, right. If the key is in the ignition, then yeah, then and you are either drinking or inebriated, or probably yeah, because I mean yeah. Well, it depends on the yeah. Those are two different crimes. Right, that's why I always go to growlers, man, so I can get like on tap, like good like craft beers and stuff, bring them home. Growler spots. Oh yeah, because it's a business truck. It's not like a private, personal truck.
No, no matter what, even if it's a private truck, no, even if it's a private truck, he still can't carry alcohol in that truck. It's just like a vehicle. Excuse me?
Yeah, you know that if you put a sticker on the side of this semi truck that says not for hire, it's considered a vehicle. You only have access to drive it. You
What?
don't have alcohol in the truck. You just can't have any open.
Yeah,
It's
No,
just a
it becomes a private
I just
vehicle at
said
that point.
that.
Like in the growlers places, basically they pour it right there in front of you, and they put like a plastic thing around it, and they seal it using heat. So it's right. So that makes it like boom legal. So you can as long as you don't crack it, you know, right? Because that's it's a commercial semi truck is kind of like it's like your office space, it's like it's part of the office. So you wouldn't take your drink to your office now, would you? Because
Yes, he would. Come
Ah,
on,
so that's a
get over
problem. I
here.
see. Dude, yeah, dude, that would be a nightmare if there was like a drunk truck driver. Holy shit, dude, like swerving and shit.
Your blood alcohol level.
Right, so that basically means 1 8-ounce can of beer, and not
Yep.
a pint. Well, for me, a 16-ounce gives me 0.04, right on the money. But it depends on which type of beer. Remember, it's alcohol content beer. I'm commercialized, not craft beer. Craft beer, you can go from like 5 to 12%. And I forgot to check my blood alcohol level last night after that. So what I'm gonna do is right now is I'm gonna make something awesome for the stream. And show 'em you know what? Give me the website. That's what my dad did for about 30 years in the military as a navigator on airplanes. Um,
Go, go.
I do the plotting. Do the plotting. I yeah. Oh,
Hey,
I
go,
see what you're
go.
saying. You're saying yeah, that would be yeah. What's up?
You said your dad was in the military. Was he Air Force?
Air Force officer, retired major.
So
Worked for
I'm trying to
staff.
find out what branch he was in.
Air Force,
Okay,
base
my
staff.
dad was Air Force too, and he retired as a captain.
Oh, so you have a retired
My dad was an
officer
AWACS
in
technician.
he was a what? He was a what? Oh, AWACS technician. AWACS tech. Oh, on what plane?
Yes.
Oh, on AWACS. Oh, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
you know that
Dude,
big spinny thing on the AWACS planes?
yeah.
That's what my dad controlled.
Was he on board? Was he on board during the
Yes, he was
flights, or
always
was
on
he
board when they went out.
on board technician? Okay, so he knows classified shit, dude. Okay, cool. He's got clearances. Okay, that's cool. So does my dad. My dad, he worked with skunk works at a certain point, which is that's declassified. I mean, as far as just like saying that. Um, but But I'm saying, like, you know, my dad has, like, he really super high security clearance, and, you know, he's you know, because he was part of Strategic Air Command, you know, he was seeing all sorts of stuff. And then after that, he became a, what do you call it, when he retired, he became a contractor. So he was selling, this is where he got involved with skunks, with selling parts for the U-2. Yeah, for the U2. So, which is how, you know, that's compartmentalized, like SC. I think. What is it? Yeah. What level is that?
What is that noise?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
It was a
I
thunder.
just didn't know what it
Uh,
was.
yeah.
That's all.
What was what was that
What'd you hit,
level
Kevin? A speed bump?
classification?
No, it
Top
looked like
secret
your ship like
uh,
jumped over something, like a
compartmentalized
Volkswagen Beetle.
information. In other words, you didn't get the big picture, but you did get little bits of certain special things. Guys, my father, he has a higher security clearance level than the president. Because the president is a civilian. Even though he leaves the military, there's
Oh,
certain things that, you
hey
know,
Jay,
because he did, yeah.
you know J. Edgar Hoover is?
Wait, hang on a minute, hang on just 1 second. The president's security clearance goes as high as top secret, whereas uh, my father had like a step above it, top secret SCI.
Okay. But do you know who J. Edgar Hoover is?
Yes, the essentially the father of the FBI.
Right.
The man was in, and while he was alive, some would even say the real power of the country, the guy who was really running the country the whole time.
Kevin's
Some would
dad,
argue that.
Diesel Demon's dad, he was the mail boy for J. Edgar Hoover and has a book
Yeah,
signed from him.
cool. Yeah, Jagger Hooters, so man, he was a patriot. I'll give him that. Um, but you can be whatever. My dad was like, he was also a transvest. Yeah, he was a homosexual transvestite or bisexual, who knows? But no, I think he was into the guys only. How the stories go. But plus, there was a documentary, like a couple years back, where this woman found out that the name of the documentary is called uh, Playing as White or Passing as white, which
Okay.
is a term. Yeah, and there was this black woman, black American woman. She actually got like genetic evidence showing that she had his essentially that she was related to him, and that J. Edgar Hoover was actually passing as white. You know the term passing as white. If you look at his hair, I mean, you could see it, the wave and all that. He's got that press perm with a curl, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you'll get his other features like his lips and stuff. Well, I mean, I don't want to get into all that, but I am saying though is that he was actually because he was considered I don't know if he was considered racist. But he had to pass as white, and so and back in those times, if you had power, you were probably racist. I mean, this is during like
Right.
Tuskegee experiment times and shit, you know. Uh, you
Hey,
know,
two
giving
new
fucking,
viewers.
yeah.
We're going to the Colonial. Colonia. You know, we're going to the Colonial Inn.
One of J. Edgar Hoover's biggest public blunders was, hang on, there's another blunder. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, mix that mixed drink.
Okay, alright, yeah, one of his most famous public blunders was, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay, is, his denial of the mafia. Now, there's a reason, because this goes back to World War II. It all started on the New York docks. There was suddenly, the ships that were carrying weapons and stuff out there to England before we got involved, they suddenly experienced, like sabotage issues. You know, they were, like, ships were litigating sabotage at the port. And so they went to the port authorities there, and they were like, well, you know, who do we talk to fix this? And they all said Lucky Luciano. And the FBI already had him under their drug book. It was put together by the most brilliant crime stopper ever, I think. I can't remember his name at the moment, but anyway, he worked under him. But so they found Lucky Luciano. They went up to him and they said, "Look, this." They said, "This is for the country. You know, we're gonna if you do this, we're gonna give you favors down the road. You know, like after the war." And he was like, "Sounds good." So he did it, and he told them, and then boom, there was never a single sabotage issue at all. So and then whenever we invaded the island of Sicily, he told us, he came up to us and told us, hey, I can give you guys essentially a free pass without even having to fire a shot. You know, once you land on the island, you just get in contact with locals. So the U.S. troops, when they landed in Sicily, which my grandfather was there. Yeah, the passcode was Lucky Luciano. Security know that the government was messing around with organized crime, so the Brits didn't know, so they had to put up a fighting on the other side of the island while we just literally walked our way there. and when the Brits arrived and saw that we were already having parades in fucking Palmerero.
Right.
Wait, how? Oh,
That's
Paul
funny.
Myra, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, so they were like, you know, what the fuck, man? they were pissed.
Hey, Kevin. So where are we going to? Okay, now we're going there? Okay, how many more jumps?
Okay, but to finish it off, the J. Edgar Hoover's biggest public blunder was, because of all these special favors that they have with us, and then it's extended on into Operation Mongoose, the attempt to assassinate Fidel Castro during the early 60s, and late 50s. But anyway, early 60s. But yeah. So his biggest blunder was he publicly denied that there was organized crime in the United States. That was until I can't remember the guy's name. He testified in front of the Senate. He was gonna get busted on drugs, and Valachi, that was his last name. The Valachi testimony is a bombshell. He broke down for the whole Senate, like on camera for all of America to see. You know, all five of the major families in freaking New York, and major families in New Jersey, and the people in the hierarchy, how it worked. And it's based on almost like a Roman-like system. You know, you have like if you go down the ranks of the Romans, like in the mafia, you have like
Right.
the boss, yeah, the boss, and then it goes down to like the council, and then the vice boss, and then you got the capos, and then you got the essentially, right. He was like exactly, he was like the emperor, precisely. That's why he was always kissed on his just like
Wait a second. I have a question. I'm in the map right now. I zoomed out to where I can see where it says Sagittarius A.
Yeah.
Do we have any others like this?
Any other what?
Or do we only have one system?
What are you talking about?
Are you
Our
saying
solar
galaxy?
system called Sagittarius A.
It's a galaxy. Milky Way galaxy. Well,
Okay,
that's not what it's.
I have a
It's
question.
it's Mesmer 236, I think. Let me look this up. That's
No,
the
because
name,
I was
the
trying
real
to
name of it.
look at it, and I was trying to see if we had
Look this up.
another galaxy or another hole like we do there, like Sagittarius B or whatever.
No, Sagittarius is
That we know of.
Theoretical.
So
Right.
where's the so we don't have any of the black holes in
It's
this
what's called
game
a
yet,
super
or
black
they
hole.
have not opened it yet.
You can find, but Sagittarius A is different from the other black holes. It's what's called a supermassive black hole, uh, which means that it can draw in like massive amounts of stars, like it is doing right now, and essentially create what we. In fact, the theory is that all galaxies are centered into a black hole. Yeah, it is. Well, listen, we can't see that because it's too far. It's too in behind the cloud. No, I know you're talking about X-rays. Okay, I'm actually
NASA
yeah, that's
can.
right. Yeah, I just saw that. It's not eating.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh no, I'm looking right at it, bro.
So
No,
wait a
time
second.
lapse
So
of black
we
hole.
will eat the universe will eat before we merge those two planets together.
No. And Milky Way Andromeda galaxy, right? Which is
I know
it'll be
that.
here in
I'm
like
trying to find out
several
what
billion
will
years.
come first.
Right.
Okay, that's billions. And the other one's
we'll
millions,
probably,
you said?
yeah, they'll merge into what is called clusters. Right, exactly. Theoretically, uh, because you know we've never truly seen
Everything's
two galaxies.
theoretically.
Well, no, it's theoretical until you can see it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So we don't know. It's theoretical that we would end up as a cluster. We could end up creating a space-time distortion. Right, but I'm talking about the two supermassive black holes. Like, let's say that there's a supermassive black hole in the center of Andromeda. Considering it's a spiral just as us. Yeah. So okay. So now remember the Sagittarius A is considered it's well anyway. Okay, but yeah. So they're come within each other. Two black holes collide. Are you starting to get the picture here? What would happen? You think it'd be a big bang of sorts? Like, I mean, it would be a little bang. It'd be a spark in the night. What are you basing this off of? Because look, we don't know. Well, that's just it. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Now, hold up. Now, first off, we don't know the energy is actually being stored in black holes. Now, according to the laws of Newtonian physics, essentially, what is it? For every reaction, there is an opposite or equal reaction. So, in other words, that leaves up open the possibility that this energy could be like as Hawking was starting to theorize, white holes in other galaxies, or maybe even in the same galaxy, connected to it. The energy is like being sucked out because hold on, past the event horizon, right? And light energy. Which would make it more powerful. Precisely. It's a black hole. Now remember, every time it absorbs matter, it's not absorbing hydrogen, it's absorbing an energy. It's basically the hydrogen has been accelerated past. Hold on, let me explain. Let me explain to it. Well, what I'm trying to say is that according to E equals mc squared, the law of energy essentially is that that the black hole is sucking in this, let's say, a hydrogen gas from a star, for instance, right? It's sucking it in so fast that it's going the speed of light squared. So it's essentially becoming energy at that point. So, it's absorbing energy. So that it's thinking about it. If it's a rip in space-time and it's being pumped with energy, energy must go somewhere. That's the point. It can neither be created nor destroyed. So, it's like coming. It's being, or maybe even in ours. But if it's a rip in space-time, it goes anywhere. You have to think about. Oh, geez. How could you calculate if that was the case? Where would it go? Now, I personally believe that there's a. Right, I believe that there's at least another dimension on this planet that sometimes can interact with us in weird ways, like with gravitation. I can't think of anything. quarks. That's what makes up the right. Yeah, it's called the strange theory. Basically, that's what. No, not string. I'm talking about it's what is what scientists dub it the strange phenomenon. Okay, look, they have a laboratory, I would say, in in Australia, and they did. Well, hold up. Exactly. That's why it's dubbed by all physicists the strange phenomenon. I can't remember what it's called. It's a strange something, but it's the word strange is in there because Einstein was the one who coined it.
Fuel
Because
system complete.
well, we've already done it. A pattern emerged. Well, okay, now here it right, but there was in like I think it was the 1990s. There was an experiment where in Australia they managed to send a particle. They split this particle and had the other particle appear at a special laboratory in New York, and they right, quantum entanglement, the strange. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Quantum. In other words, the teleportation. We're trying to create precisely. If that one is the
Why
split
didn't
second that one's
Kevin become
destroyed, that
a
one
teacher?
teleportation to
Huh?
Why didn't Kevin become a teacher?
Ask him.
that's what I just said. Yeah, they're trying to. Their ultimate goal is to transport an apple eventually. They listen. They've gotten as far as molecules. Last I heard, they've gotten as far as molecules. But
Are y'all circling the sun again? Oh, never mind. Change course now.
right, but no, it would be a subatomic clone. Uh, but it, well, I mean, it goes down all the way down to the very essence of this is like this involves what's the other the physics that studies the the what I'm talking about quantum physics. Hold on a minute. I gotta fix my headset and I wait, hang on. Oh crap.
Kevin!
Hang on. Imagine the simulation where you can. You would take. I don't know. I have to understand the science behind the actual. I'd have to read the research paper. Let me rephrase it. I'd have to read the research paper and see how they did it. If I could read it, I could theorize or hypothesize.
Kevin!
think it's like in the somewhere in like the high trillions or something. I think, or no, it's I don't know. That's atoms. Whoa, whoa.
How many
That's
atoms
okay.
are
Wait,
in
let
my
me do
body?
billions. Wow, you know, like, and yeah, wow, yeah. You just lit up my mind, dude. It's like imagine we're like, imagine if atoms were like individual like stars in a galaxy, like, and we're our own little galaxy.
We have 70 kilograms in our body.
You have what? 72 what?
No, we have 70 kilograms in our body. There is almost 7 star, 10, and then to the 27th power atoms.
Wow, that's a lot of atoms. And that's based on an average person. You know, it's going to be there's going to be variables. Which is going to create even more problems. Right. So you're going to have like supercomputers that could like calculate that, at least that part. I mean, we know that because everybody's going to have more or less. Let me tell you something right now. You ever heard of weather models? Weather models are the most advanced supercomputers on this entire freaking planet. Period. Because they take in.
Stay.
Well, if you look at
Meet the
dude, it takes
Jetsons.
6 hours at our
His
current
boy
technology.
Elroy.
6 hours for them to make a new model. Every 6 hours from the data that is being fed into it. That's how advanced it is. I mean, and it's using like fucking, it's using everything we got, you know?
Hey, Kevin. I was just hearing your little conversation. Why didn't you become a teacher?
I second
Because
that.
I can't stand to be around children.
That is precisely my
no,
dad's
high
answer
school.
when I asked him.
I'm talking about high school teacher.
Still.
Yeah, still. Now I would probably be a good teacher because I can get in the lingo with kids and I can break things down to them to where they can understand it really easily. Like I treat children as equals, and they. Right. Right.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Yeah. So but yeah, my dad, brilliant man, because my dad, he said the same thing. Yeah, the freaking, it's because the light is from the galaxy, the center of the galaxy is creating a shadow, and I know, but it's so thick. It's like imagine like you like a super like lager beer trying to shine a light through it. It's not gonna happen, you know.
Where do you see 1240 at? Yeah, I know that. I'm looking at the.
Now you were talking about you need a navigator. Oh wait, you're talking about the game function. I'm sorry, my bad. Like if I could type my coordinates in like on screen for you to see, that'd be dope as
So
fuck.
like, what I'm saying is, it would be great if like you would be typing in the next system while I'm supercharging a frame shift drive going through a neutron.
And I'm doing repairs on the ship.
Or at least yeah, right, exactly. And like, or not like, because like, I don't think like I should have the right to prop force if I'm not clapping, but I think I should be able to at least put like a toggle on it, and to where you can easily access it. But I'm not gonna complain about this game anymore. This game is already everything awesome.
To actually get into the map and plot it.
I mean,
That would take so much shit off of me. All I
The
have to do
thing
is
is,
line
they
up
don't
and-
have it like that.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That's what they need to do.
they want you to work hard for what you do on this game. I think that's what the game developers wanted. They really want you to do it.
I have a
I
question.
also realize that there's a lot of people that think the grind in this game is a little too hard.
I have a question.
Whoa! I just made 83 mil in 40 minutes, and I was sitting on my ass like just staring in the nothingness the whole time I was doing it.
How can you be making money if
I
you're
wasn't
just...
touching anything.
Hey, Kevin, I was in the map. I have a question. That red thing in the middle. If you look at the map...
Okay, guys, 15 minutes from now.
I know that. It was right in front of you just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm showing 840. Alright, somebody let me know as soon as it hits like around 8:55, 9 o'clock. That'd be cool.
9 o'clock?
Or 8:55 if you could.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Cool. This is gonna be
92%.
Wow. Oh, by the way, did you know that you can see everything in the game? Like, you ever noticed in the Galaxy map? It's probably in your, you probably noticed like how like
You forgot to go to your map.
screen, the output screen. You know how like at the bottom where it shows you the frame shift, the numbers are like almost like wedged at the bottom of the screen, almost like almost kind of coming off of it. Or when you go to type in a name, like on the Galaxy, not all the text box is automatically there. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, what's causing that is this game runs in 720p. If you hit your PlayStation button, go to settings at the top, and go to sound and screen, video output settings, and drop it down to 720p, from whatever it was. Even in automatic, it doesn't do it. And then you jump back in the game, and then boom, like you're seeing every single thing in the game.
But anyway, look at your map.
Yeah.
That red thing right there.
You know, you get a whole triangle and press left, and it'll bring it up real quick. If you hold triangle, press right, it'll bring it distance down.
Okay. Okay, no. You don't see that? I see it.
Are you talking about the nebula below us, way below us?
The big... Here. I'm about to send you a picture of it.
About the big orangish red blob.
Okay then. What's in that?
It's a well, not necessarily floating. Nebulas have a center, or sometimes even two.
That's why there's a lot of stars around here, because it's right near the nebula. No, I'm zoomed out, numbnuts.
Oh, you're zoomed out?
Oh yeah, but I just zoomed out now, even more. You can still see it.
Okay, hold on. I'll show you how to eat my soup now.
Here, I'm gonna just look at your stream real quick. I can do that while staying in the game. Hang on.
I know what zoomed out is. This is zoomed out.
Okay, I'm checking out. I'm looking at your stream. Okay, I'm watching your stream. So show me what you're looking at.
That red thing, you see it?
I'm looking at your stream right now. I don't see a red thing.
It says BLUA
Oh yeah, that's the nebula. That's the nebula.
EAECAAH74.
Right. H74. Wait, I didn't. Wait, picture you just sent? Okay, yeah.
Let me check. I'm looking on my phone.
I'm checking everything on PlayStation. Like.
Okay. I don't get to
Yeah,
see all what you got right there, but yeah, that blob right behind where you're pinpoint at.
Right, that's Blua EAC AA-A-H74 nebula.
So you're telling me the nebula is mainly, we'll just say the mother, because she makes the stars.
Yeah.
She's a mom.
Yeah.
She's a unisex person.
Wait. Wow. When you think about it like that. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, nebulas are not only created by the formation of stars. Sometimes they can be created by the burning out and of the star or supernova, and the gases just spread outward and create a new nebula, which will in time form its own. Well, if our star were to go supernova, that would be the case. But remember, there are different. Right? No. It's going to become a. Right? You know what causes that? No, it has two options. It can either become, the mass could collapse in on itself when it becomes a brown dwarf and become a black hole. Huh. Well, okay, well that's fascinating. But you know what causes it to turn into a brown dwarf instead of what we know as the orange? Well, it's the hydrogen. Exactly. Right. No. Well, what you're seeing is, see, at the outside of the star, that it's a matter of, like, I think the buoyancy that it causes this to. That's where the combustion is really going on, right? Anyway, that's hydrogen. In our star right now, in all stars where you see like orange, yellow, that's hydrogen that's being burnt.
What?
Right, but I'm saying, but once all the hydrogen source inside of it that's in it gets burned out, creating that helium and all that, then it starts to burn another substance. I can't remember what the next substance is in line.
I'm pulling out the guns.
Because of plasma. Dude, wow. Wow, yes. Dude, I'm sitting. You're already thinking like. Right, or near space, and or relative near space, that is. And okay, I gotta ask you. Right, okay, you mean star. Right, but okay, but well, actually, it would be at that point, it'd be more like anyway. Okay, but anyway, let's not. What I'm trying to ask you is, where'd you get your knowledge? You forgot one thing. You forgot one thing. You hold up. You forgot one thing. Since you just told me all that, you forgot one thing. Your passion to learn, to want to learn, is it. Obviously, it is if you know all this stuff, because it's not practical. It's not practical knowledge in life. So you must have had some kind of practical. Must have. In other words, you have passion for us to go into space and do these things. Yep. I wouldn't trust Elon Musk with my fucking life. I wouldn't trust that motherfucker with my right toe. Look, because the Hyperloop. The Hyperloop failed.
Hey,
Absolutely failed,
Kevin,
bro. No, they ain't gonna. It's
look at
fucking
that.
impossible. The science will not. It just doesn't add up. No, I understand. 0.001 gravity inside of air, so basically it has perpetual speed, just like in a vacuum. Well, not gravity, I mean pressure. Pressure. Essentially, look, you can create a zero-G environment in space. I mean, on Earth. Yeah, it's called a vacuum. That's what I mean, like a pressure. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was not gravity. Oh my gosh. I've been drinking. Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. Right, now, have you ever seen a propane tank collapse from pressure? Have you ever seen that? Like, it literally, like, tries to implode on itself. Because it is. Okay, so, that happens on the Hyperloop because it's located out in the hot desert California sun, beaming down on it 24/7 on one side. You know what I'm saying? Warping the structure constantly. Yes. No, I'm not buying it. I'm buying into science. This is science. Oh, he changed it to underground. Brilliant. Okay, all right now. But here's the problem though. You're underground. You've got fucking. You not only have you got a freaking pressure, a serious pressure problem there. That like it's what's called a, like I'm not gonna say, but I can't remember. It's basically where it collapses in like that shit, like you saw the rail car, right? Okay. Now that can happen. Catastrophic catastrophic failure like that could happen, but it's surrounded by dirt. It's That's one hell of a risk. How are you gonna repair it? How are you gonna repair it? And everybody's gonna die in the most horrible. How are they gonna prepare themselves for the lawsuits
Lay
from,
down.
from people who die the most horrible way possible? Right, but I'm talking about this is a specialized form of transportation. In other words, if a whole cabin full of people die as a result of one of these inevitable things that could happen, as metal decays, because they junk it, they take the parts apart, and what they call it, they gut it, they put. Oh, you're talking about yes, yes, it's called a redundant. They build new redundancies, and they also create new training programs and for the crew, and they also and even invest in. Techno. Look, I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen.
Wait,
But I mean, because you know why I'm okay. Look, here's another one. The freaking the fully electric freaking trucks. You saw that bullshit? No. Okay, what's the range on those things? What's the range on them? That's crap. What I'm trying to say is that how are you gonna find 500 miles an electrical a place to fill up? You're a trucker, right?
corn.
Hydrogen. You're talking about water? No, a truck. What? Walmart has what? They have what? Get the fuck out of here, son.
Yeah, and the Koreans didn't make it.
Hold up. Fact check time. Oh, too much information. Fact check time. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a game-changing thing in my life, just knowing this. Hang on, let me look this up. Hang on. All right,
You know, hey Jay, that's the only
what's up?
reason why. That I actually, that's the only one reason why I enjoy being married to Kevin, because I can
No,
learn
this
something
power.
from him every day.
This power. Yeah, cause you're learning something new. I mean, every single time I play, I'm still learning new stuff. It's that huge. Right. I agree. Yeah, damn sure. But have you played the versions with all the updates? 'Cause I haven't tried it with all the updates. They say it's like a whole new game. Okay, because I got No Man's Sky. Okay, it isn't. All right. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
But
dude, guess
it's a
what
cute
game
little
I
elite.
got? Rick and Morty. Oh, I did? Oh, then guess what? It's been an hour and 45 minutes, so I forgot. No.
It doesn't damage the brain at all. What it does is it clogs the receptors. But no, it doesn't inhibit brain growth. No. There's been I don't know what's the test are you talking about? Wait. Hold on. So in other words, you can focus in on everything you've learned up to that point, because it's all. But yeah, that's why you record it all, like we stream this shit. I can't see it becoming an issue. Well, if somebody becomes like so like psychologically dependent on it. Agreed. Hang on. Okay. Yes, but for the streamers, with my new mixed drink invention, where essentially it's a glass with a pint of or about a pint of an ounce or so of wine of Cabernet Sauvignon, to be precise, and fill the rest up with I used Old Milwaukee and fill the rest up with that. Because it has the alcohol, there's more alcohol inside of the in the wine as compared to the water. You only have you only have to stir it because it automatically rises up and because it's less alcohol is less buoyant than water. But anyway, so well, and the fizz also helps out with it. But anyway, so the point that I'm trying to talk about here is that from that I got .04. That is the same alcoholic level I get from just a regular 16-ounce can of beers, and which is precisely
Just don't
what
ever
I
get
drink.
your CDL, dude.
I can't drive because of my condition.
Oh.
Yeah, like I remember last time. I remember I was driving down I-95. I was coming up on the 1A exit to Fort Lauderdale, and the 5:30ish morning rush traffic suddenly came up behind me. And remember, this is the worst traffic in the United States compared to LA. I mean, LA and this place are equivalent in as far as the worst traffic in the entire United States. Anyway, but anyway, okay. Okay, all right, maybe okay, all right, but I'm talking about the most like erratic driver because you got these people with sports cars in LA and freaking Miami driving, and then you got old people. You got hold up, you got okay. I'm talking about reckless. Okay, look, let me explain Fort Lauderdale to you, or Miami to you real quick as far as the driving goes. You've got old 86-year-old ladies, right, with driving Ferraris, and they can't even see over the freaking dashboard. No shit, driving these things, and they're driving around 30 miles per hour. They're in the fucking fat, anyway. So everybody around them becomes super fucking pissed, and so it becomes like law of the road. Aggressive driving is the only way you're gonna survive there. I mean, if you're not an aggressive driver, you're going to probably get yourself killed.
Hey, dude!
Yeah.
Got a question.
What's up? No, yeah, I'm talking, but this has Atlanta. Everything's orderly. You don't have these incidents like that. What I'm talking about, the specific incidents, because these are retirees going down there, and they're driving these super expensive cars, and they're driving at a super slow speed because they can't see that well. Their vision is not as good as it used to be. I mean, they're pretty.
You don't have any videos of me in your videos, do you?
4, 3, 2.
Because I just found your YouTube page.
Which one? There's two.
I subscribed to both of them.
Okay, cool. So I was
not
streaming on my
to
Twitch.
YouTube. He was streaming to Twitch.
Yeah, on the one that's the 69, that one has all of the record-breaking missions for the Tokyo Shimuru that I was in. And there's about 6 of them, I think, and even the ending of the 312 one, which I recorded the full thing, but the helmswoman, who I'm not even saying, she doesn't deserve me even saying her name, after some crap happened. Anyway, a joke. Anyway, so yeah, she told me not to post it because she was afraid that other people were going to see how to do it, and they were going to break our record before we could break it. They were going to save all 381 before we could save all 381. And I was like, that's why I post my videos. I want somebody to break it so I can want to re-break it, It's like, oh my gosh. So since then, nobody has gotten over 312. It's been like a real breaking record about every week. If you look at it, it's about every week I was breaking another world record. and it just suddenly stopped after that because I haven't posted the full video of that 312 yet, which damn it, I need to fucking do, so people can get back on, because we already figured out a new tactic with the demon round, what they call the demon round. You know, I don't like to call it that. It's just I think it's a defeatist attitude, but because it's pretty simple if you know how to do it. But yeah, essentially we're raising our shields and doing my special tactical routine, and Helm is dodging torpedoes 24, you know, and but we're raising shields. We're buying because look, there's two factors that are going to equate, or three actually, three factors that are going to equate into how many passengers you're going to get, how many people you're going to save, right? There's three factors. One, the hull of whichever ship you're flying. Two, the hull of the Kobayashi Maru. And three, the speed and rate of of whoever is doing the transporting. So if you've got like a solid crew who's got everything, who's working that transporter, you know, it's usually engineer. That's usually me, to be precise. Fucking, I mean, I'm repairing, everything is always at 100%. The whole battle, I'm always working it back up, and I never miss a transport. I'll maybe miss one or two sometimes. I love seeing that on my videos. Whenever I see that on my videos, that's whenever like I freaking like I go, oh, okay, all right, I won't do that again, and and then boom, I break another record. Anyway. But yeah. But anyway, so like, in the video, Midnight Man, or Midnight Man as it says, it's like he was talking. He said the age of his daughter, and you know, that chick felt like that was like personal information. That was just an excuse. She didn't want me to post the video because she hated the fact that I was posting, because she was watching them, and she's watching every single one of my videos, and she didn't want anybody with anything she was involved in being posted, because she didn't want like people to see like her special. She believed she created a maneuver called the summer maneuver. Okay, that was her name. I mean, it just ends right there. Okay, you get what I'm saying? I mean, you're in the room with her. You're a man. She immediately goes, "Yeah, well, you're all just a fucking man. Yeah, you ain't garbage and you're shite." I mean, she's not kidding. She's being serious. I mean, she's fucked in the head. She's got some serious daddy issues, and I don't even want to know what the fuck's wrong with her. I mean, I know she used to be a commercial pilot. She survived 2 emergency crashes, so maybe she's like got PTSD and a little bit of anger at the fact that she's disabled apparently. So maybe she's a little angry because she can't fly. Like, I can understand that. I wanted to be a pilot, and my disability does not allow me makes that not possible. So, you know, but listen, no, I can't be a pilot because look, with narcolepsy is the same reason why I can't drive a car. When I was driving down the road,
Kevin, he can't get a license. He won't be able to. He's right.
In the state of Georgia, I can legally get a license as long as I have my medicine on me at all times in the car with me, and that I'm taking it. Well, I mean, see, my narcolepsy's gotten so severe now, it doesn't even matter anymore. It's like my medicine or not, there are times when it happens. Anyway, so I just not off. Okay, so, but, yeah, I mean, well, that was like the result of like, what, 36 hours straight, possibly? It's like, yeah, and that was and that was just for y'all. So, wow, and that's because I took my medicine late. Like, I took my medicine late today, and I'm staying up late. And then all of a sudden the next day starts, and I'm like, I want to make sure I can rock this mission. So without going to sleep, I just go ahead and take like a part of my next dose, just one little part of my next dose, not even full dose. and I just take a part of it and just try to keep alert for like a little bit more. And that's not apparently not a good idea because that fucking keeps you awake for a long time. But and then on top of that, I'm constantly fighting darkness. But here's what happened. I was driving on I-95, 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. Rush hour traffic behind me, and then next thing I know, I'm waking up, and the first thing I see is the speedometer says 90 miles per hour. And I look behind me, and I see all those cars, all hauling ass. It's the same. What does that mean? Okay, well, I never got pulled over at any time I was in Florida, thankfully. But no. I fell asleep behind the wheel. That's what I'm talking about. Well, as I know. Right. It's even worse. Right, but that's even worse that I was falling asleep when it happened. I mean, that's even worse because then that means there's. I mean, I don't even have to tell you why. At 90 miles, I mean, velocity times mass equals energy. You know, you just think about how many G forces you're going to get just by impacting another vehicle, depending on which speed it's coming. 90 miles per hour, you're guaranteed at least 100 G's in a split second. No, you wouldn't head on. Right. And did you know that in a car accident, for a fraction of a second, on average, there's about 100 G's that take place. Just for a fraction of a second. It happens so fast. Now, astronauts, I mean, they max out, I think it's 12 G's, I think. When they take off on a rocket. I think that's what it is. So, yeah. Honestly, not much. In fact, nothing. I'm not even a car guy. In fact, hold on, I have to pee. Hang on, I have to pee. Hang on. I'll remember. Hang on there.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Rob, not a car guy. You're asking how much do I know about semi-trucks, and then you were saying something. Right. With a full load, wow. Okay, now, let me ask you. Yes. Yes, it's just, have you seen the Have you seen the video compilations of, because you know most truck drivers, that almost all responsible truck drivers have dash cams, you know, because you damn right, right? This, you know, because yeah, that could save your fucking job. Cool. Yeah, that could save your job, right? But but yeah, so essentially, there's videos on the internet, compilations of fucking people brake checking semis, and these are some of the most violent car accidents I've ever fucking witnessed in my life. And I'm sitting, you know, it's just wow, you know, it's like, you know, I call it selection. That's like a Darwin Award, like every time it's done. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wait. What do you mean? People are dying as a result? I mean, you have to die. It's. Oh my gosh! Hold on. Oh no! Don't tell me it's happened. It finally happened. It's happened. It's finally happened. Oh damn! My fucking headphones. Well, it was broken, but I could still. Yeah, I see what's happening there. Looks like I'm gonna have to like tape it or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to. You know, it'd work way better if I had some bonding glue, like some super glue agent. That would be fucking phenomenal in a press. Duct tape. Yeah.
Frame shift drive charging.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty concerned about duct tape, also, particularly because this thing bends on a bar. So yeah, obviously there's gonna be yeah, I guess duct tape would be the best option since it's gonna be bending. Yeah, glue. Well, depending if I use like, well, no. I mean, I know how to bond press, and you use like special freaking bonding glue specific for whatever you're putting it on. Like I've done it many a time. Exactly right. You know, and then you know you brush it off, make sure there's nothing there, so it's seamless when it, like you can't even see the cracks anymore. um, drunk, I don't know what it is. And then you just fix it later. My poor. Or just have whatever the
Frame
fucking
shift drive charging.
the stupid ass object of whatever. Okay, hang on. Here goes. I'm switching. Oh jeez, this means I'm gonna have to run it off the fucking. Wait a minute. There's no microphone in that. Oh shit.
Hey, you borrowing your phone?
Huh?
Are you borrowing your phone?
I'm not on it. You want it?
Yeah. Why did it get quiet?
Because she's fixing his headset and I was talking to his other phone and he's trying.
Frameshift drive charging.
Uh,
Four, three, two.
One supercharged jet in orbit for a couple years.
Fuel scooping.
10 of those ran 1,000 meters.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm now using my VR microphone. So, yeah, and I'm watching
hey,
the
dude,
game.
you should actually
Yeah.
put the VR headset on and look at it.
That's what I'm doing. That's the only problem is it's kind of long in here. Right.
I
got
know,
set,
it's
yeah.
like 100-inch.
Right. It's more like kind of a movie, like a mini movie theater. Okay.
Here you go.
Well, I can tell you right now, from looking at it in VR,
Can you pass me my charger?
obviously the resolution and frame rate have been dropped. Because that happens. No, I'm talking about with the using the game. Holy shit! Wait a minute. I just noticed something. Oh wait, never mind. No, okay, I can only never mind. What I'm talking about is playing like a game that's non-VR compatible. You know, that you get that big screen. So the resolution is gonna be lower. So unless it's like really super. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Dude!
Oh, it was my glasses are getting foggy.
Jay!
It's so humid and hot. Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm late, but it's 9:23.
Don't worry. I already did. I saw that and checked it. I wanted to know because I needed 15 minutes so I could check my back for the screen.
Okay.
Okay, now that the fog has dissipated because it's so hot and humid in here, but it's just about to come back, it looks a lot better actually. It looks really good. It looks like I'm looking at it on a huge fucking screen.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Excuse my language, sorry. It's probably because the extra heat that's being built up on my head, you know, with all the heat that's already in here. I need to cut like a fan or something. Maybe I'll just open the door for a moment. Let some fresh air, fresh cool air.
Perhaps.
There we go. Beautiful. Oh boy, here comes my. Well, I'm about to buy the 2.0 VR anyway, so I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm about to smoke a cigar while wearing my VR. Oh, that rhymes. But you know, the reason why that's such a bad idea is because
the microphone is right underneath the VR, so the smoke goes right in there, and essentially just tars up the freaking microphone and damages it permanently. Oh no, if I'm doing that, I don't even, I just lift it up off my head. I'm wearing like a visor right now, like on my forehead. As far away from my head as possible, so it's away from the heat. You know what I'm talking about, where you can slide it out.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Blasphemy. What the hell is it? That's what they do in the movies, and it does work better, yeah. And flavor of what? Fucking
DeezNutz.
Fucking carbon natural. Oh, I see because listen, if you light something using butane, like gas, that you're actually inhaling some of that butane when you're lighting it, but if it's like on a wick, like a Zippo, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. I gotta invest in a Zippo. They're just a pain in the ass to constantly refill because they dry out so damn fast. That would be me. No, this is a temporary thing. I like once a year maybe. I go through about a month of just smoking super fine hand rolled cigars and just enjoy life and live it up, and then I just stop.
My dad has good taste in cigars. Kevin?
Listen, you can never go. You know why? It's because Cuba, it's actual soil. I've actually spoken with an actual Cuban about this. Their soil is so perfect for growing tobacco. It comes out primo quality, as they call it, every time, no problem. It's because it's like almost like a tobacco paradise. Exactly, it's none of that bullshit, right? So now check it out. No. Everything I smoke is hand rolled. I don't smoke fucking factory cigars. That's fucking poison. Literally, it. You know why I always say it? I say, if you're gonna do something, do it right. In other words, like with a cigar. Well, maybe the right way would be snuff, because then there'd be like a 1% chance of getting any kind of cancer from it, as long as I snort it out or blow it out. I mean, you do.
Yeah.
Just the carcinoid,
Just the laptop and the box to it. You can leave the charger there.
You mean the blue
anyway,
box?
yeah.
No, the charger there.
It's the safest.
But just the laptop and the blue thing.
See, the reason why snuff is currently the safest way to use tobacco, and I'm not talking about nicotine, I'm talking about tobacco, is because when you blow it out, because it literally, it's a stimulant.
Oh, he just did blow it out.
Well, I'm talking about your nose, like it's disgusting to look at, but it actually makes like a little work of art every time. Anyway, it clears out every single. Dude, it clears out your nail polish. I'm talking about, it gets the shit
Did you hear
out
the burp, Kevin?
Oh yeah, I heard it from in there.
You know those tubes you can feel in your nose, like in the back there, when sometimes they get blocked up and shit? I mean, even if you're not blocked up, there's shit in there, and you're gonna feel it come out of those tubes. I mean, and then you're gonna be breathing like, oh, I can't believe I'm breathing this air. You get this air? The tube, yeah, the sinuses, precisely, yes. I was just trying to, in layman's. Well, right. It clears out all that shit. You're right. It's not even tubes, just or cavities in the bones. Right, exactly. I've heard of this. Explain to me. What is? I've heard of it. Explain to me. Okay, that happens to me every time I go to sleep. If I'm sleeping on one side, when I wake up, my yes, it does. Every single time. Wow. That's why I fuck that. Fuck, I can live with it. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, it's not worth the risk. Breaking the fucking note. Well, I could deal with the pain and the painkillers. I mean, I freaking had a shattered, not fractured, not broken, shattered. You know how many bones are in the ankle? Shattered ankle. Yeah, and it was, my foot was dangling off of my leg by nothing but flesh and muscle. That was it. It was, but what they did is whenever I got, I didn't feel any pain because I was focusing on other things and I wasn't even looking at it. So I was like letting the more adrenaline, precisely. But the adrenaline, even the adrenaline can only go so far because whenever they started to freaking set it, they had to have 2 doctors there to do it, and they well, no. Both of them were holding the foot, and they were trying to make sure that it was perfect. But these guys weren't what's bone doctors called? Orthopedic? No. Yeah, they weren't orthopedic, so they didn't. So they were just general practitioners, and they were trying to realign a not fractured, freaking shattered bone back into its socket. You know, like with all these freaking. You can get it back in the socket so the blood flow starts coming back. You can do that, but you can't. But right, that's what they were doing. Right, it's not right. Yes. In other words, I have a mechanical ankle now, and since I love the weather. Yeah, and I have a screw in the front part to make sure that my foot doesn't bend all the way up and break off and shit. But anyway, yeah, but yeah, so essentially. Oh wow. I'm glad that that's okay now. I hope it is at least. But jeez, it's like a septic tank. Jesus Christ! Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's why septic tanks are underground, so they don't collect all that heat and do that whenever the guy's open. But yeah. Also, there's methane. You want to heat this. But yeah. Oh, here. Hi. Yep. Vice did a story where they went to an actual waste facility in New York City, and they have these massive freaking above ground septic tanks. They're like towers, right? But they're like painted white so they absorb all the heat away. But they have to constantly regulate the pressure of that methane. Now, here's where everything comes into place. That is shitloads of fucking. That is energy. I mean, that is fuel for energy. I mean, right there. And it's coming out of us, and it comes out of us on a daily basis. So essentially, we could be harvesting that. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. Like, imagine creating like a pressurized like dome or facility, something that's gonna paint it white so it doesn't, you know, absorb heat, and you put all the waste in there, and it creates the pressure that's needed. So it's shaped in a way to where it can do that. Okay, hold up. Okay, hold up. Right, okay, exactly, because it builds up, and if they don't regulate, it can actually explode. But so they they literally open it up to release the pressure. it's like and they did this on video. It was fucking. The cameraman was like, "Oh my god, it's the smell!" But the guy was like, "Yep, all in day's work." But that's why they build them tall, I suppose, to make sure then that smell goes. It doesn't like sweep down into. But yeah, if it's high enough though, it's gonna get caught in it. And since it's gas, it's gonna lighter than. I think it'll float, won't it? Right. Well, that's. Well, these are very warm because it's an above ground septic tank, and it's massive. So even with that white paint, there's still, that's what's creating the pressure. You see. But anyway, so you could build one of those, have a tube running from it, let the pressure build up, and then that tube could come in. Or even you can have a constant feed of it, but you would need a large city. In other words, like people shitting constantly in order to fuel it. They keep it, and then you could use that to power an electric generator. You're right, for the city off of our own shit. So we wouldn't have to like pay taxes for it. It would be our shit. Essentially, you'd just be paying sewage. Well, no, they still have to use, the electric company still have to use power, distributors to send it out. So, of course, yeah, you'd still be taxed electricity. It would be a reduction in price, though. I wouldn't want city vehicles spewing methane. So I mean, I live next to a road. Once it's you're right. Yeah, just like a lighter. Once it's ignited, the smell goes away. Exactly. Okay, but if they have a leak, no. But here's the problem with that. Well, okay, well, here's the problem. If you were using a methane-powered vehicle, right, you would have to have a reservoir or a place to fill it. It would have to be pressurized to keep it in its liquid form. Then, no, I'm talking about in a vehicle. I'm talking about inside of a vehicle. And if it's pressurized, think about it. If a little fire and it's a bomb. A little bit of fire. If that thing, and if a car catches on fire, it's gonna be a bomb. You ever blown up a lighter? Because they don't wreck it, probably. Well, I assume that since it's pressurized, and it's gonna be shrapnel from the actual the casing of the pressurized thing. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, what does that mean? That they're running off of. Wow. So where do you get where do you? Okay. Okay, but where do you refuel? Is it
Hey,
at the truck stops?
I remember when I took that picture of David.
At the truck
You
stops,
missed it.
and to where it's a viable thing. Wow. Wow. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. Right. It cuts down on the price because, you know, it's a lot cheaper, I would imagine, to get these other that's what comes from Canada. Comes from Canada and Venezuela, most of it. Mostly Canada. No, Saudi Arabia, their oil goes to Europe. And all well have well, I do know that number one, United States, because we have the world's largest shale deposit of oil in the world underneath. But they have to keep doing it because the world is prepping up for World War III, and the only people are going to be on top. Let me explain. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain. It's okay. The reason that's what's called America's emergency reserve of oil. That's what it's only meant to be tapped. We do. But it doesn't exist and it does now. All of it's being. Let me explain. Let me explain. That all that shale is considered our basically, let's say Canada were invaded and we lost all that oil and Saudi Arabia was fucked up and all, you know, worst case scenario, right? That would be our emergency tap, right there. So we could still wage war. As long as you got oil, you can wage war. And now listen, I know it does, but you have to think of the long term compared to the short term. And people think of the military thinks in both. No, they think in the both. They think in both. They're probably about 50 years ahead of us as far as planning and even technology. At least. So, I mean, But what I'm talking about is essentially they wouldn't be tapping this with all these great consequences, even people losing their homes and stuff. You know, they wouldn't be doing this unless it was an emergency situation, which is what happened when the Obama administration passed a bill, or they pushed for a bill to be passed that basically allowed us to start tapping those emergency reserves. Because the situations that we're in is very fragile with Russia and China right now, and North Korea is like the little pissant that's instigating almost all of it. But Russia itself is in expansionist mode right now under Putin, and they're following their own little game plan, and yeah, so. Well, once you get there, you have to depend on someone to give you what you need. Now, you're talking. You know what I believe, but I have slight evidence, but not enough. You know what I believe? I believe the United States already has a space fleet. If you look at the black budget, I mean, we're talking like, what is it, $4, $5, $7 trillion. That is the majority of our budget goes towards black ops, in military, and black ops. Anyway, so with all that money, you could. No, well, possibly is to keep them as hush money, maybe. But I mean, essentially, no. That black budget right there goes towards shit that goes on in Dreamland, as they call it. You know, where they test out all sorts and. The stuff you're. This isn't. I'm not talking about conspiracy theory. I'm not talking about aliens. Right. No, they don't understand the military, first off. And if you don't understand the military from an officer's perspective, you're not going to understand you're not going to understand what the fuck they're doing. You're not going to understand. No. Listen. Intelligent people said it is a UFO. You know what UFO means? An unidentified flight does not mean it's an alien. Now, majority of people are not that bright. I mean, we are a minority. We are with our knowledge. We are a minority, bro. So, I mean, they are the majority. And so anyway, so that's why you rarely see super educated people diving into conspiracy theories, because they go into fact, and they usually call it the New York Washington Post or whatever, and it fucking blows the lid on it, you know, and because they're fucking intelligent and they actually got facts to back it up, you know, like Eric Snowden, for instance, you know, perfect example, whistleblower, right? Well, I don't care what he did. No. They are stealing our liberties. That is you know why it's a national security issue, them spying on us? is that they don't want us to know, because if we know, we're gonna say, look, don't stop spying us. But now they pretty much, with everybody having a cell phone and knowing that their fucking police can tap into that shit, they've accepted it. They bought it. In other words, it's how they do it. They don't convince you. They sell it. Conditioning, right? They sell it to you. And just like how they sold the Iraqi war, $10 million went into that little, like, that special stand whenever Bush got up there and started talking about, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna use their oil to fund the war, and and all that, and it's complete. It cost them $10 million. In other words, they sold that to the American public. They sold it. They didn't. People weren't convinced. They were sold. That's what keeps the economy going. Well, those are the people that are buying it. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. That's what keeps the economy going. But, it's almost like how every single one of the elite, you ever heard the term the elites? Not conspiracy theory. I'm talking about the people that are people that have like that 1% of the income, the richest people in the world, essentially, right? Because with money comes power in this world. But anyway, because I believe this is a plutocracy, personally. I don't even believe this is democracy anymore. I believe it's a straight-up plutocracy. Anyway, wow, this is some pretty deep shit. This is like, we're talking about elites on Elite Dangerous. Interesting.
Frame shift drive is 82%.
Sometimes. Some of these guys are good people who really want to help. They really want to help the world in good ways. They're like what's called a philanthropist. There are real, and they're not just doing it for the tax breaks, and they have that income, and they do this, but the people that keep that money and all that, and get all, the real hardcores, the ones that are like basically functioning psychopaths. Have you ever heard of the term functioning psychopath? It makes a very successful businessman. It's basically they can control their psychotic urges, but it still drives them to be ruthless in their business dealings. That's what I've met quite a few actually myself, and they're cool people. They're fucking super intelligent people, and it's like, but that's what I'm trying to get to here, is that every single one of those elite rich people, whatever, are super intelligent, with the exception of maybe the daughters who own Walmart, because they didn't do it. It was their father, right? Right. So yeah. So but with the exception of them, and that's the richest couple. Not necessarily, but I mean, you've got like the Rockefellers. They inherit their wealth and they keep it forever, and it grows. David Rockefeller, of course, that's where they stay, and they don't want to be in the news. They don't want any of that publicity, because that way they can work better. They can do whatever the hell they want to do behind the scenes, and that's what it's all about, man. Nope. You know how they do it? They get other people to go into the spotlight. You ever heard of the Council of Foreign Relations? Essentially, once you get like really high up in, let's say, like a businessman, or let's say like a journalist, and like Dan Rather or something like that, right? You get really high up, you get a special invitation to join the or if you're like vice president, like Dick Cheney, you get a special invitation to join the CFR. And the CFR essentially is, what they do is they get everybody on the same program. This is built on a model that was thought up by J.P. Morgan, the brilliant mastermind of the the Federal Reserve System and all that. Oh, that's just scratching the surface of what this man did. He held the American government hostage in order to get the Federal Reserve put into practice, because he owned so much shit and had so much money that they were in such dire straits. And he was like, during the Great Depression or whatever, and he's basically like, hey, it was like this was the Great Depression. This was 1912, I think. Anyway, he basically he cornered the market, because this is the age of tycoons. I think is what essentially showed that capitalism is more important than a democratic republic. Essentially, no buck Rogers, no buck, no bang. So I think we live in a plutocracy, and essentially now I could prove this to you. Now, if you go to court, and you have three options, right? You can say at the sentencing hearing, you could say no contest. Right. Now, if you are a very wealthy individual, you have another option. Actually, you have a few other options. You can do a gag order, where the media can't, none of that information can be leaked out unless they do. If they do, it's a crime, and they go to prison for a long time. Hold up. Right. Well, okay, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is they can issue a gag order, and then here's where the real thing is. They can they have an option called settling out of court. In other words, no, exactly. So that is literally bypassing the justice system, literally. So the more money you have, the more freedom you have. The more money you have, the more freedom you have. Look, murders and all that, rich people don't really get it.
Like what you guys are doing now?
Look. Okay. No, if you get a car accident, you still got to deal with the insurance company, who you have to log the accident, and and if it's total, it doesn't matter if they gave you the money to buy back the car. It's still that car is worthless. But the insurance company, which by law, in order to drive, you have to have an insurance, even though that stops some people. Personally, I think that's a fucked up law. Yeah, I think it's a fucked up law, personally. But it does have good intentions, at least. It tries to. If anything, it just got a bunch of insurance companies rich. Like Geico. That's when you start seeing those stupid-ass Geico commercials everywhere, whenever they pass that law. Anyway, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my gosh. And then all the other insurance companies have their own little fucking, their little mascots. Ugh. It's like, people are cheering for corporations that are fucking them in the ass, and it drives me nuts sometimes. It really does. Sheeple. Even if it was to their own slaughter, precisely. Just like those people who brake check truck drivers, precisely. Sheeple. It sounded like a good idea at the moment. Listen, I deleted Facebook for two reasons. Number one reason was because I had a stalker, fucking stalking the fuck out of me, and she wouldn't stop, and she was saying some really fucked up shit, and I didn't, I got tired of it. Every time I logged on, I get a message, just her just talking about, oh, your brother's so evil and shit, fucking shit, she's like my brother's girl. Anyway, I tried. And that's what I had to learn that one the hard way, because I thought I could fix it. Remember, I'm only I was like 30. I was 30, bro, listen. I was 30. No, I know. You can't fix people, but you can influence them. I know. Only they can make that decision. No to what?
Thanks, Kevin.
Well,
Now I feel much better.
Well, hold up. But you can create stupid.
That's for sure.
What do you call? Hold up. What do you call the Georgian freaking educational system then?
Stupidity.
Basically teaching people stupid. Exactly. There you go.
Yep.
Well, look, stupid. Basically, same here. Well, I mean, I learned everything also from the internet, but during with the internet, you have to be very careful because you always have to ask yourself, why did this person put this here and who put it here? And every time you read something, so you have to double check back. It's tedious. It's tedious, but to me, it's fun. Oh yeah, like for instance, the lottery. So anybody who mentions the lottery, I'm like, okay. No, that's called Google's marketing. What are you talking about? Ah. Give me a few. Lay a few words on me. I will. I know about this shit. I just want to know these words. The words that you come across. Oh. Ah. Well, I usually say it when I'm drunk and I'm about to tell somebody something that they're probably not going to believe that really did happen. I honestly do that. You know, a wise man once said, "Appear stupid, but remain intelligent." It's really good. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I know. Yes. I have met many people on Subject Bridge Crew. Many people who I'm like, they seem intelligent until they say that one fucking thing, and I'm just like, oh. Well, I wouldn't know. No. I don't disregard everything they say because, like, I treat them like a person, you know, even though they're stupid. You know, I mean, right? It's like, but just don't. What I'm saying is, just don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. You know, that's all. Yeah.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Kevin.
Dude, you are like one of the most straightforward, solid intellects on here that I've had the fortune to come across.
Hey.
Well, like all great minds do that.
Jay,
Yeah.
I got a question on Twitch. Where can I add my picture at?
You go to. Right.
I am there.
Edit profile picture and under settings. Or under account settings. Got it. Got it. Yeah, Jennifer, you're supposed to be in the conversation too. We need you.
I am in the gunner seat.
You know what? There's a Hawaiian proverb that says, observation is the key to knowledge.
Amen.
I know. I wish I could have said it in the actual Hawaiian original way. I can't, but I love endonymic terminology. Oh.
Amen.
She's in agreement. That means like it's like based. Yeah, it means she agrees. It's like it comes from the Egyptian Amen Ra. You know, like yeah.
Also, another word for it is I concur with him. Oh my God, I know big words, Kevin.
But that's getting into like the theologian stuff. What? Who's requesting?
Why?
Oh. Look at the stars on the right. They're like, we're so close and they're passing by us as we fly. No, I think that was I think that was a tactical conversation change. Oh no. That's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is the one they said was observation is the key to knowledge. It's because the ancient Hawaiians used to worship the volcanoes as deities, so they had to observe them just like how modern volcanologists have to observe them in order to see what they're going to do. And that's how the ancients were able to tell, because they learned the patterns as well, just as this is modern volcanologists, because they did it for survival, as opposed for fascination. And also they did it for religious reasons too. Religious as well. Yeah. To me, it's all about the journey to getting that knowledge rather than the actual knowledge. Because that's where all the puzzles pieces fit into place. Not me. Not me. I'm interested in all topics, and that's why I study all topics. I study as many different topics as I can. This astrophysics, like I study like international relations, geopolitics. I study the actual what do you call it, the stock market, and I study the oh shit, that's just I studied plant taxonomy. I study music. I'm a musician. I study shoot, philosophy. I love, oh, and particularly nuclear physics. I love nuclear physics. It's my favorite branch, next to, spatial relativity, or spatial, whatever. My mind is I'm pretty drunk. Like, please excuse my. I'm pretty stoned, and I was up for like 34 hours last night. So, yeah, there was some brain stunt going on there. I'm trying to eat some eggs or something to get my shit back together. Choline. I need choline. CHOLINE. It's a protein that's found inside foods, but in eggs it's found the most, and it's the most abundant source of it. And what it does is it's literally food for your brain cells. It increases your brain cell growth whenever you get this mineral in you. So yeah, that's what. Whenever I feel like I'm having like a burnout day, like if I've like got a massive hangover, like I did something really stupid I shouldn't have done, Anyway, and I'm having a burnout day. I can't hear him. Oh my gosh, I can't hear him. Why is that funny? I can't hear him. Huh. Must be mad issues, I don't know. I do that. It's sometimes, especially, yeah, sometimes if I let my emotions take charge, right, exactly. What I'm trying to say is that if I get emotional about any topic I'm talking about, then all my data suddenly starts to become skewed. I start going on beliefs rather than facts, and that's why I try to steer clear. I try to keep a cool head, like really, like I try to keep the fan on when I'm talking about things like this, because if it gets heated, things can turn south really quick, because I'm a human being, so that's why I keep. Well, it's all about having understanding, patience, having an open mind, and essentially keeping your head physically cool. like physically cool. Like that's why in areas where there's lots of heat, there tends to be more war going on as well. That's a real correlation between that. So, yeah. You keep a cool head, you can.
You know something? I wonder if half the time he blows this out of his ass.
Whenever I get emotional and I sound like I'm starting to like
Kevin,
like what I sound like right now, like, yeah.
You know how you told me I could be a really good salesperson? He could too.
Well, look, the facts speak for themselves. That's all I gotta say. But sometimes, if you're spitting shit that you, like, for instance, I don't, like my dad, he told me the greatest thing that I personally should ever know is don't flap your mouth about what you don't know. And that's something that I have to learn to control myself, because if I get emotional, then I'll start like going with stuff that I heard rather than actual facts to back it up. But yeah, just
videos on Snapchat with you.
But that's why when I'm keeping a cool head, I love to say
you was doing
just
the
the
facial
facts.
with the beard and mustache.
Huh?
I'm gonna send it to you.
I think it's like a human condition called like something to do with tribalism. I don't know. Maybe even the people that look at it from the outside still affects them as well. Wow.
I sent
awesome.
it to you in personal message.
Anybody who's been watching at least has got some kind of an education in astrophysics. Well, there was a lot of me talking over you and a lot of you talking over me, but that was because, yeah, I started getting like emotional because of the wearing this VR over my head.
That one.
It's like fucking driving me nuts. Here, I'm gonna take one of my antihistamines. gonna take an antihistamine, and that's gonna chill me out real quick. Hang on. Well, I don't want to be wearing it because yeah, I'm just gonna put it in my lap. How about that? How's that work? Okay, cool. That's much better. Much better. Cooler heads prevail. Right on. So where are we? What's going on? God. Yeah. So we're still in the Blue EAC sector. What's the next sector? Do you know? No, the name of it. We're in Blue EAC right now. Right. So if you look at all the contacts on your navigation, you can see Officer Blue EX. That's because we're in the Blue EX sector. So that means your next destination, we're still going to be in Blue. We're still going to be in the Blue EX sector. Like we went through the, I can't remember the names earlier. Remember, like each one, every single time you go through, like it starts off with a certain title, and then a bunch of random numbers and stuff, letters.
Kevin, you dropped something.
Got him.
Got him.
But manipulative people, I encountered trying to antagonize me and stuff. It's not, it's like if there was a Harvard degree, if I got a Harvard degree dealing with assholes, I mean, I'd have it like a doctorate. Yeah, I mean. What's that? Okay, so yeah, go to the destination again, and then cancel the plot, and then replot.
Hey, turn your mic up, Jay.
Oh yeah, since I got it like away from me. Sure. I'm pretty much doing what you're doing, except with the camera. Go ahead, Seth. Okay. Oh. Okay, that is perfect. Is that too loud? Cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
How many people are on the stream? After the stuff we were talking about, yeah, we were talking about sheeple. Like when they hear about knowledge, they run away from it like fire, because it's power. Oh, I want to get in the chat. Wait, are you? Oh! I see what you're saying. That's what they're saying. And these people are talking bad stuff. That's a good one. I'm gonna start saying that. That's a good one, dude. But I don't want to start comparing humans to animals. That road always ends in a very bad situation. We are animals. We are animals. For me, it would be it would be for me it would be a sloth. But sloths don't have bursts of energy, but because they don't have to take stimulants. That's right. So I'd be a sloth. Or I'd probably be a cat. I'd probably be a cat. I'd be a cat. That's precisely what I'd be. I'd be a cat because I sleep all day, but when I'm awake, I'm like pouncing around and shit, and doing, you know, like martial arts and shit. Well, any intelligent person can do that because knowledge is power. You can rip people to shreds and stuff that I mean, it's all about being civil. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, in other words, what you put out there comes right back to you. So if you put good vibes out there, you're gonna receive nothing but good vibes, right? And that, if you follow that as well, you won't have any problems.
It's just like what it says in the Bible: "Do unto others that you was done unto you."
Yeah. Because he's a quick thinker. So in other words, that's called.
But that's not being the bigger person.
You're supposed to turn the other cheek and. Well, I mean, it's supposed to.
He physically is the bigger person.
I'm like assuming like you're a Christian, like, hold on.
In this house, he is big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I mean, what I mean is that I don't know what your religion is, and that's your personal thing, and okay, so you don't have a religion, you don't believe in religion, got it. You don't believe in mythos or deities. But do you? Yeah. Well,
great.
I think he was a representation of a solar event that was passed down time and time and just retold over and over again. And this was the most recent of that story being told. I mean, why do you think why would there be a person named Jesus Christus in the middle of a region where they speak Aramaic? You know? You ever thought about that? Anyway, yeah. But I think that all religions are related. You know, they all come from one religion. That's what I firmly believe. And it all comes from one language where that religion started. It started with, and I think that precisely. So, which is one of our greatest gifts. So, that's what science is. Science is trying to. Well, science is explaining the unexplainable and then turning it into a practical application. But, right. See, I come from my family. I'm not, but I was baptized in Episcopal. Right, Episcopals are the most moderate Christians probably in this entire country. And basically, we believe we believe in the Big Bang, we believe in all that stuff. We believe it's all part of his plan, or at least the Episcopals believe that. I mean, we were the first church to have a gay bishop. We have a gay bishop, so we're like the real, probably the closest thing to the real deal, like as far as like in America, like everything else is just it's just rhetoric. You feel me? That's why almost was it 90, roughly around 90% of every single politician that has ever been elected in office and on the state and federal level have been Episcopal. Or actually, no, the number is like 76%, I think, something like that. Or yeah, and the majority of them have been Episcopal. So because they are level-headed and yet they still have a belief that there is something that is higher than them. But they're not going to subscribe into using it as a means of hate or a means of like separating ourselves from other people. We're going to use it as like the way it says, is to try to bring people together, but only if they accept.
Meet the Jetsons.
Like we don't go door to door bothering people and shit, like 'cause that we believe that's fucked up. That's really fucked up actually. Pissing on somebody and telling them training for all they know, right? But to be honest, I enjoy whenever people come to my door. Like the other day, I was playing Star Trek Bridge Crew, and I got a knock on the door, and it was some freaking Mormons, or not Mormons, I don't want to say the name. No, what's the one where it's like the biblical name of the Lord? I don't want to say it aloud out of respect. Anyway, yeah. Witnesses. His witness, essentially. Yeah, that's the one. They came to my door, and the first thing they said to me was, "What are your thoughts on happiness?" That was the first thing they. Yeah, no shit. And I was like, happiness. That was the first. Yes, and I was like, wow, you just came to the. Oh, you just came to the right person. It's like I said, well, I started off with, well, the ancient Greeks believed that happiness is a man's ability to thrive in the scope of what their best abilities are. It's not I butchered that one, but you get what I mean. or some people would say, yeah, you watch
What
that
happens
one,
if you got neither, Kevin?
That's a fascinating statement. In reality, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's a really fascinating statement, like, because really all that matters is what counts, like, because...
How much further?
But... No.
How much further?
Yes. The happier you are, the longer you'll live. Because you'll die from stress, like, in time, Yeah, and so... I agree then. Yeah, that's thriving to strive. How whatever makes you happy, I don't care. If you go around killing motherfuckers and that makes you happy, sure, I'm gonna make sure that you're not gonna be able to do that. But yeah, hey, if that's what makes you happy, okay, whatever. Well, yeah, but a killer, if you know that there's somebody's out there killing some people and shit, and yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
I don't know. I just would, because from that point forward, anybody else who gets murdered, their blood is on your hands from that point forward. Then, so by that person, because you had the ability to. Well, that you can change you can deny him the ability to kill by essentially turning him in. No. If someone's a killer, well, they investigate. Right. Well, look, if let's just go ahead and say that if there's a real killer out there and he has the gall to tell somebody that he's actually killing people, it's not going to be that hard to find evidence once they start looking. It's probably not that bright, you know. So that's the so what I, but how many more people are gonna pay the price with that knowledge that I have that you know
You know,
well, I wouldn't tell him I was gonna tell the authorities. That's not stupid. He'd try to kill me. I'd be his next victim. Because that shit, fucking FBI, fucking yeah, that's all like in murder cases. That's anonymous until we go to court. Until you go to court, and then you have to testify as a witness to the event of what he said, and that counts as
your ship
as
still looks like a penis.
It looks
A
like
whale's
a Learjet
penis?
to me. It looks like one of those really like high-end Learjets.
Cause you showed me,
I-
just like the awful waffle. Either way, it's the same thing. It's big and it can't fit in me.
So you already know. Do they have the bone inside their penis, whales? Like most mammals? Well, most mammals. Did you know that most mammals do? You know, only a small number of mammals don't have that bone. You know, if you look at the bigger picture, the majority of them do have that bone. We don't. But cartilage or bone? Because ours is spiral. If you look at the cartilage. Why? Ah, okay, that's fascinating. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Ah. And that ensures that there's going to be less leakage, or so then that means that there's going to be more of a chance of actual. Right. Wow. Okay. And then store it in whenever you. Or this is before people were being circumcised and stuff. In the skin that. No, we're. No. Right. It's a fascinating theory. Huh. See, that's how Episcopals think. They think intelligent design is like science, you know? They're like, what's the argument about? You're both like arguing the same damn thing. Well, Episcopals believe in natural selection and evolution. We are firm believers. We believe in science. I mean, we just believe that because, you know why? Because you can't disprove it, nor can you prove it. So therefore, it's up in the wind, and all we have is the knowledge of our ancestors to go on. And anybody who there is no evidence to prove that there is or is not either. I mean, so it's always going to be a redundant argument. But the reality is that it's interpretation. Right, it's interpretation, precisely. To me, that higher deity, you know, I don't like to say the G word, but yeah, is the human heart. A deity is a human. What? No, but listen, but no, Buddha was no, whole another thing. Buddha was not part. He was not a messiah. He was not a prophet. He was enlightened. He was enlightened. Right, but anyway, that's what that. No, because I am Theravadan Buddhist. That's Thai Buddhist, and I believe it's pretty much like think of it, the Catholic Church of Buddhism. We're like the most canon. We actually whenever we pray in Pali, and we chant in Pali, the original tongue of Siddhartha Gautama. Anyway, so. And we actually read the actual written Dharma instead of like all these other, knockoff versions throughout that's been spread out. Wow. There's only one temple that only of my specific Theravada Buddhist is in Atlanta. It's called the Rainbow Temple, and I wish I could go back there. I think so. Yeah, it's called the Rainbow Temple. Oh, you lucky man. Yeah. That was where. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Like, I don't know. It's just it's a personal experience for religion. It's not meant to be like shared in that kind of way. I can share the things that have happened and have you like go like, oh well, okay, I'm gonna start believing that, because why would I want to do that? I mean, what you believe in, or in this case choose not to believe in, right? Is you ever heard of a cult? You ever heard of a cult? Have you ever heard of conditioning? Have you ever... Hold up, you heard of conditioning? And Jim Jones. Yes, you ever heard of conditioning? Well, Jim Jones more. No, David Koresh was... Look, he was far from a cult. Look, okay, but I'm talking about real cult, like the church, the People's Temple, okay? Where they work these people. They only got 1 hour of sleep every day, right? They worked their asses off out in the field. They were being drugged up and being conditioned. Yes. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that these people were put through this experience. Like, it's almost like what's that called? Stockholm syndrome. It's like Stockholm syndrome. To a point to where interrogation training. Well, yeah, so much, but also they do that in mental facilities as well. They break you when you come in, so that way they can fix all the pieces. But You know, I actually attended DUI class. It didn't go like that. It was, I didn't attend one of those Christian ones. I attended one like, you know, non-secular, I suppose. Anyway. Well, to me, it was just like an experience where I got to meet a bunch of really cool people, and I got to learn about alcoholism, that stuff that I didn't know about. Like, there's a threshold that you can reach before you get the disease known as alcoholism. And yes, it's a disease, and it's not like any other kind of addiction you can get, like known to man. This is like, it makes your body permanently dependent on it. You get the shakes and all that shit for the rest of your freaking life, dude. It never goes away. You can't detox. You can't detox. It's with you forever. So that's why when you were saying you don't believe alcohol is a drug, I'm like, wow. You know, if
I think my thing got stuck again.
Was that you? Well, who was it that said that?
I think my thing got me.
No, it wasn't you.
Me.
Well, why do you believe alcohol is not a drug? And let me answer it like this. What is your definition of a drug? Wait, she left the crew.
No, I didn't.
It just said you left the crew.